Just couldn't stand Scott's Tap. Well, you're in luck. Alter Bridge. They got a lot of years under their belts now. It's just Creed without Scott's Tap. Miles Kennedy in the front spot there. Alter Bridge is going out again on the Pawns and Kings tour. It's a great lineup. Seven Dust is with him. And Wolfie Van Halen, his band Mammoth WVH. Whole thing will go down Tuesday, August the 8th at Jacobs Pavilion. You can go to axs.com for tickets, info, whatever else. Want to go see this tour? Alter Bridge in the headlining spot. Good luck, caller 10. These are yours, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Did you miss us? 'Cause we missed you. Well, not Jerry from Willoughby, but the rest of you.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
$35192 want to send me a text. Guardians kind of up and down weekend in Boston. They took one from the Red Sox. On when did they win? That first one of three. They won on Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. Red Sox ended up on top. The Guardians will head down to New York to play the Yankees. That is a 7:05 first pitch tonight here on MMS. Tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday is the series against New York, and then they come back home to play the Twins on Friday. So 7:05 tonight, right after we roll out at 6:30, is when the Guardians pregame will begin. And as today is now May, there's a brand new promo code over at CLE Clothing Company. That code is POOF, P-O-O-F. And that'll be 20% off whatever you get from them, whether it's some retro Buzzard merch or everything else. They're always dropping new pieces over there. It'd be damn near impossible to do a little bit of shopping at CLE Clothing and not walk out with something. So whatever you do, just use POOF, either at the desk or online, cleclothing.com. Another opportunity for you to get dinked down, if that's something that appeals to you. There's a return of Engelbert Humperdinck on the All About Love tour. A lot of his songs have love in the title. He is all about love. And it was a good few years ago that we really got into getting dinked down. And
he had nothing else going on.
What's that?
Because there was nothing else going on. He was like, wasn't he like the first person to come back after COVID, or was that pre-COVID?
I think that was pre-COVID. I think we talked about getting dinked down pre-COVID.
And then we talked about it again because he has done a tour since.
Has he? He's come here since then?
Yeah, I think he was here like last May or something.
Well,
it was the old studio. I remember that.
Yes. So that would have been at least before August of last year. Coming up on a year in these new studios.
That's crazy.
Engelbert Humperdinck out at MGM Northfield Park Center Stage on Saturday, October 21. And they'll go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. I'll tell you a wild thing as I was reading the program. My daughter, who is a freshman, finishing her freshman year at Michigan State University. She's at the College of Music there. And she's a vocal performance major. And so Saturday night was their final orchestral performance of the year. Somebody fart? Smells like farts.
No, I got food.
What do you have?
There's
So it's pre-farts.
Pre-farts, yes. Mm-hmm. It's a side of steamed vegetables that has.
What is it? You brought it in here?
What do you want me to do?
Put it in the kitchen, man.
Front door's closed. I either come back late or I bring it in here. You want me to go put it in the kitchen? I'll go put it in the kitchen.
You're bringing steamed vegetables in the studio?
Well, they're going to be in here for 20 minutes. It's not like I'm going to stomp them into the carpet.
I'm not worried about the carpet.
Forever.
Worried about my nose, man.
Oh, my God. You're so dramatic.
Oh, this guy over here with the steamed vegetables. They go in the fridge, homie. Thank you. I'm over here. I'm rapping with my audience, and it smells like a wall-to-wall farts.
Listen, it's broccoli. You like healthy food.
I do, but I don't like how it smells.
Enjoy the aroma of health and fitness, but apparently you don't.
You brought it in here.
Listen, I was coming
Every
back.
other place it could have gone.
First of all, our front door has been closed for 2 years.
What does that have to do with anything?
So I have to go around the back, and their printer didn't work, so they had to make my...
Wait. What does our entryway being closed have to do with bringing your steamed broccoli in the studio?
Because listen to me. When I went, I ordered it, so it was ready for pickup at 2:40, right at our break time. So I could just walk over, pick it up, bring it back, right? Well, they're like, hey, our printer didn't work. We didn't get your order. So they had to make the order on the fly. So I was already running a couple minutes behind. So because the front door doesn't work, I had to go all the way around the back. And then I came in right as we were coming back from the break. So I just brought it in with me instead of stopping at the kitchen out of the way.
Listen,
And then
you
coming
have
in.
you have every right. In the case of steamed broccoli, take a couple of minutes and walk it over to the kitchen. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
You have my blessing to do that. Because otherwise, I'm just going to assume that Squire's over here farting.
He
Hey,
might have
if
been,
I
and it
know.
could,
But he
right,
would cop
could
to it.
now.
I claim my farts. I'm a fart claimer.
But what I'm saying is,
But
you
he doesn't
could
offer
now.
the information. So if I had asked and he said, he would have said yes. If it was him and I asked, and now
Everything was working against me in that last break. Okay? Their printer was down. The front door is closed. I
Right.
didn't want to be disrespectful and come back late.
Right. When did you eat breakfast?
I ate breakfast at like probably 10:30.
All right.
I know you think I wake up at 1:15 every day.
I don't know when you wake up. I
But
assumed that you would have eaten the steamed broccoli closer to lunchtime.
Well, this is my lunchtime.
Right. That's why I asked when you
'Cause,
had breakfast.
Yes,
Yeah.
my breakfast is usually between 9:30 and 11, depending on when I wake up. And then lunch is during work.
You got a wide range there. Yeah.
Yeah, lunch is during work, and
Yeah.
then dinner is at like 8 o'clock at night.
All right.
I apologize.
No.
for the
Listen,
stench.
you do not have to apologize. It was the elephant in the room, and I wanted to know what it was. You have my full-on blessing in the future if somebody's running late with your order, right? I'm
Sure.
dead serious. So he's late with your order?
But only if it's broccoli or cauliflower
Well,
or
if it's
Brussels
gonna
sprouts.
stink
If
up
it's
the
anything,
room,
it's
yeah.
going to funk up the room.
I didn't think it would be that bad. To be honest with you,
You
I
didn't think that steamed broccoli
I didn't think it'd be
in
so
a closed
potent.
environment like a studio would be so bad.
Would you like me to go find air freshener?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No.
Because it might not dissipate.
It's okay. I just wanted to know what it was.
Do you want me to fart on top of it?
No. On the broccoli or on the scent in
Well,
here?
just to really
Both.
give it a smell of farts.
Right, yeah.
What if you could make your fart smell like anything? What fart smell would you go with?
So every time you farted, it smelled like anything, like you had to pick?
Yeah.
My favorite candle, which is lemon lavender from Yankee Candle.
Lemon lavender farts.
That would be great.
All right.
My answer. This is a question my girlfriend was asking over the weekend, and my answer
She
was,
knows her man.
Yeah, right.
was she's like, what do you want yours to smell like? And I said piss, and she's
What?
like, what? I'm like, yeah, it would really throw people off. They'd be like, did someone pee in here? I'm like, no, it's a fart.
Wow. All right.
And it just really,
They have the weirdest pillow talk over there at Squifle Tower.
No,
For real.
that was green room talk,
Ah.
and it just really. Because everybody else had to answer like Mary, where they want to smell like something nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the only person that was like, I'm gonna go the opposite direction, just make it smell like the other side of your
Worse.
body. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about worse, but different, like not good. But it's gonna, I still want farts to smell bad.
I think the pee smell is worse than farts because
pee-
farts
I
are in
feel
the
like-
air. Farts will dissipate. It's annoying for a little while, but pee is
Pee sticks around.
it sticks around. It's
Mhm.
in the
Why does your
fibers,
guys'
man.
pee smell?
It's
I feel like my pee doesn't smell unless I have coffee.
it will after you next time you have asparagus.
I don't eat asparagus.
Why?
I don't like it.
You have steamed broccoli.
Broccoli doesn't make my pee smell.
That asparagus works fast, boy.
yeah,
I
asparagus
don't
is
like
like
the-
You have
instant.
asparagus for dinner, and like 35 minutes later, you're having a whiz, and the whole
Mm-hmm.
bathroom smells like
The
asparagus.
night
I
we
don't
went to go
like-
see Tina, we had asparagus.
And
I
your
don't like
pee
the taste
smelled
of it.
probably by
By
midnight.
the time I
didn't
got
it?
home, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even appetizing to me.
All right.
Asparagus is pretty good.
Asparagus is delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like it.
When made properly, it's just like steamed carrots and steamed broccoli. I don't like them unless if they're too mushy, they're not good.
The little
But if-
crunch.
But if they're steamed just right,
Mm.
same thing with asparagus.
Anyway, I digress.
Engelbert Hunkerdink.
I didn't know. No, my daughter's concert at
Oh,
Michigan
oh,
State
oh.
on Saturday night, and it was a 2-hour affair. There's an intermission. You know, I don't get home till like 3 a.m. And so one of the conductors is this guy named I want to get his name correct. Octavio Massarocas. I don't know if he's Brazilian or Portuguese or something like that, but he's got like this wild curly hair and a very, very thick Brazilian accent or something like that. Anyway, all of these people who are conducting at a place like for one of these concerts at Michigan State are very, very accomplished people, right? They've all over the world. So I'm reading this guy's CV because he comes out and he's doing his thing, and it was this amazing piece that this guy conducted that my daughter is one of the vocal parts of. And I felt really bad because as I'm reading his CV and all the places that he has been the musical director and the conductor, one of them is the Mansfield Symphony of Ohio.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Who, now mind you, when I say who knew Mansfield had a symphony, there's going to be a lot of people screaming at me because it's been around since like the 1900s or something. But I didn't know Mansfield, Ohio had a symphony. You ever been to the Mansfield Symphony?
I have
I
not.
bet
and I'm a
Dick
symphony
has
guy.
from Dayton.
You think so?
Or is that
No.
too far away from
Too
him?
far away from it.
No, I didn't know they had a symphony. I know I don't even know. What's the difference between a symphony and an orchestra? Brass instruments? Orchestra is all string, right?
Not necessarily. No, I mean you
Does
can
the
have
orchestra have brass in it?
Yeah.
No, it
I
doesn't.
thought orchestra
doesn't?
was
I
like
think it's just
brass.
a symphony orchestra. I think it's just.
It's just
No, I thought it was a type of music. Like an orchestra is string and wind instruments.
A
and then
symphony. A symphony is a composition, and the orchestra are the musicians who perform it. So if they have like
Wait a minute.
the Cleveland Orchestra are the musicians, the symphony.
But you don't.
It's just that-
You don't say I'm going to see the Cleveland Orchestra play a symphony. You
Yeah,
say I'm going
you
to
would.
see the Cleveland Orchestra.
You could though.
Yeah, but you could.
I just
It'd be
didn't know
right.
that. I didn't know that there was a. That's why they'll be like it's the symphony orchestra, right? Some of them it's just orchestra. Some of them it's symphony orchestra.
So it has nothing to do with the instrument.
Well, let me read this to you. An orchestra, because you might be right as I dig into this. Orchestra is a group of musicians with a variety of instruments, which usually includes the violin family. A symphony orchestra has both the number of players and types of instruments required to play a symphony. So it is a composition, but you're going to have, like for instance, one of the pieces that was done at this concert on Saturday night was just the strings. It was the strings accompanying the vocalists. Anyway, I didn't know Mansfield had a symphony. And this guy's like all over the world. He's doing stuff. And this is the 2017-2018 season. So Mansfield, whoever's running your symphony, you need to update your website because it said, please welcome our new conductor. And it's the 2017-2018 season. But this guy all over New York and London and but he was the orchestra director and the conductor at the Mansfield Symphony Orchestra in Ohio. And I had no idea that they even had one there. Because how big is Mansfield? I don't know how big the city has to be to have.
I don't know. They just have a prison. That's all I know about.
Right. Because I was mentioning this to my daughter in the car, and she's like, "Oh, that's pretty well." I go, "Yeah." I said, "Remember when we went to years ago? I took them to the haunted house."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Remember we went to the haunted house in the prison?" I go, "That's Mansfield." 47,000 people. Okay, I didn't know it was that
big city.
Didn't know it was that big.
That's like the size of Elyria.
So, congratulations to the city of Mansfield. Again, a lot of people were aware of the symphony, the orchestra there. I'd never heard of it.
Now I'm
And so I'm watching this guy do this amazing work. I'm like, wow, the people of Mansfield, if they were paying attention, had access to this dude. You're doing what?
I'm down a whole rabbit hole of symphony. Like there's a whole world out here. Like
Yes, there is a whole world out here.
But I'm saying,
Do you think they build those giant stone buildings because it's a fleeting trend?
not even a fleeting trend. I'm just saying that there's like everything I click, I'm learning more and more. Like they have movements.
I
And
hope
what
this
the hell
Mozart guy is going to take off.
He might, maybe not in his time.
Yeah.
But like
that's why there is like music theory. And it runs pretty deep.
Well,
that
I've heard all of
classical
these-
music.
That's
I've
one
heard
thing
all these terms before, but I didn't know what they meant. Like a movement is like a song for a symphony, and symphonies usually only have 4 movements. But a concerto.
I already had two today.
Concerto.
Concerto is only 3 movements, and a symphony is 4 movements. There's so much terminology.
That's
is
one
what I'm
thing
saying.
Well, a Bill Squire movement's going to smell like pee. Hey-oh! Because if he gets his wish.
If I get my way.
You ever see him rubbing a lamp, you know exactly what's coming next. It's a pee fart. No, but this piece that this guy conducted was by this French composer named Ravel, who is, in the grand scheme of things, a pretty modern guy, even though it was in the 30s, because the rest of them are like Mozart from the 1500s and whatever. But it was a phenomenal performance, and the last one of the year. And as I'm sitting there listening to this, because obviously I only go to these because my daughter's performing. I'm not a symphony guy. I've never been to see the Cleveland Orchestra. I've never been to
You
Symphony
gotta go.
Hall.
It's a
I know.
great time.
I think about our own Bill Squire, who's very cultured and has gone to Blossom to see them perform. I've been here for 13 years. I'd never been out to Severance Hall. And as I'm watching this, I'm like, I could put on one of those tuxedo T-shirts and go watch this occasionally.
Yeah, but you're a guy that loves to get dressed up and fancy, so I feel like
do
do you even own a tuxedo? Like, I feel like you own a tuxedo.
I have 2, because you got
that'd
one
be-
for daytime, one for nighttime. You got to have a nighttime.
And what are you, a farmer?
It's after 6 o'clock. Why are you wearing a tuxedo? No, I screwed that up. Why are you in a tuxedo? It's after 6 o'clock. What am I, a farmer? Alec Baldwin on 30 Rock. Yeah. But you're not required. Again, this is a town where people show up to the Marble Room in a Browns jersey. So, it's always better to be overdressed. But I'm sure there are plenty of people at Severance Hall who aren't in tuxedos.
Oh, absolutely. But, if you're going to do it, it's not a bad idea to
Do it right.
Go all the way.
Yeah.
That's one thing I regret about changing high schools is that I couldn't continue with orchestra. It would just be too much.
Your viola?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played viola for 3 years. I was invited to continue for high school, but I would have to leave my last period early and then go back to the high school and play orchestra, and it was just too much. But orchestra was where it was at. We went on all the cool trips. We had the best teacher. People in orchestra are just smarter. They just are. And no, it was fun.
Alan, did you see the pic of Colin Jost rocking some CLE clothing? I did not.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Kent, right? So
Colin Jost?
didn't he?
No.
He didn't go to Kent.
No. He went to Harvard, I think.
Oh.
He's from Staten
He's
Island.
got some.
Yeah, he went to Harvard.
But he's got some ties to Northeast Ohio. I don't know what it is, but he's.
Your homie probably gave it to him.
Well, I know Steve Byrne's buddies with him, and I think Beater's buddy was with him. I don't know how they all.
I'm
know
sure he
each
has
other,
plenty of
but yeah.
connections. No, I did not see that. That's cool, though. I'm going to take a break here. I will have, if you're a fan of Parkway Drive, this show is presented by 2 Hours to Midnight. Brand new metal show here at MMS. Parkway Drive is coming to Cleveland. On the Monsters of Oz tour, it's Parkway Drive, Amity Affliction, North Lane, and Make Them